What if I told you that this shot was handheld? Would you believe me? Well, I can't handle someone thinking that I'm a liar because anxiety. So. Hey everyone, so I haven't really talked about it, but oh wow, I don't like carrying tripods. I have a bunch of different kinds, different sizes, weights, and packing them in my hiking bag or having them string loose off the side of me, it's extra weight, they take time to set up, it's just kind of like inconvenient to how I like to do things, and it just doesn't make me feel nice inside. That being said, they are useful. So what happens if you don't have one handy? Can you still get good stable video? Well, the answer is maybe. So a tripod is typically used for two kinds of shots, a static locked off shot or a pan. For both, a good input is important to getting the best results. So when we're just using our hands, we want to try to do everything we can to stabilize the footage, and for any movement required, do it as smoothly as possible. This means minimizing shake and minimizing super fast movements. Don't be jumping around. So here's the technique that I use when I don't have access to a tripod, mainly because I refuse to pack one, mainly because of laziness. So I will point my camera at my subject and hold it as steady as possible. I will point my camera at my subject and I will hold it as steady as possible. I will usually try to shoot for a few extra seconds to get more material to work with so I can trim around any unwanted movements in case the first half is better than the second half or the second half is better than the first half.
And then we're gonna go here, first, second. All right, follow close, first, second.
Or I will do a pan and try to be as still as I can with that rotation. Then what I do is I bring my clip into Premiere Pro and I add the warp stabilizer effect. So it will analyze the clip and apply some default settings. I like to use the subspace warp with stabilize crop auto scale. I find that it's the most consistent, especially for this technique, and if we shoot properly, we should get pretty good results. Now, if we're doing a pan or a shot with some movement, we want to choose smooth motion. I usually try to set the smoothness to around 5 to 10%. The higher the percent, the more kind of warbly wobbles you're gonna get. So I usually try to keep that number to a minimum. If we want to do a locked off or static shot, we're gonna simply change this to no motion. If we did a good job stabilizing our footage in camera, we should get something that looks like this. So that looks pretty good, and obviously we can tweak things. For shots without a moving camera, we have a lot less settings that we can change to kind of stabilize things. So let's take a look at a couple of shots with some movement. And that is that, as they say. There are a lot of applications for this, and it saves me from carrying a tripod on hikes where I know I'm not gonna be doing any time lapses or long exposures or anything too fancy. And that brings me and my knees a lot of peace. I've also been shooting almost exclusively handheld for weddings, and so knowing that I can get stable results without carrying a tripod in a pinch is super helpful for my peace of mind. So let me know what questions you have, what you think. If you have anything that works better, I am all ears, and bye.